tell me one angle. Okay, never mind. Let's just do our usual. Okay, let's do our usual. Okay, last one standing. Okay, tell me one angle property that you remember. Okay, Ethan. Ethan. Okay, so it is going to give me one angle property that you remember. The adjacent angles of the triangle next to you. Okay. What about another property? Same rule. Same rule, last one. Okay. You can tell me what is another property that you recall? That you recall that? No, you recall the nose. You recall something? Let's try it on hard. Angles at the point. Okay. Another person. Jishin. Okay, I think Jishin looks a little bit laggy. Okay, so Jishin can give me another one. Sorry? Vertically opposite angles. Okay, and then one forget points. Okay, Lucas out. Want to send it? Lucas up. Yeah. You were so ready to send just now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You got the last one. Okay. Transversal. Yeah. Any angle probably. Yeah. 6, right? Okay. Alternate angles. Is that all? Okay. So alternate angles, parallel lines. Okay. What about the fifth one? Secant. Little bit hesitant. Okay, so Matthias, can you tell me another angle property, please? Corresponding. Is that all? Okay, parallel lines. Right, and then the last one. Okay, Emmanuel. I think. Oh, this one is hard one. What do you think? One last property. Equal angles parallel lines. Okay. Okay, so I hope that is a good warm up for us. Okay, recapping our angle properties. Alright. So let's take a look at question 1A. Okay, on how we can apply it to this question here. Alright, it says here that AOB and COD are straight lines. So although visually it looks like straight lines, okay, but we always have to confirm it. Okay, based on what the question has given us. And then angle AOE is 90 degrees, this is 53. We want to find out what is angle BOC. And angle BOC is actually this one over here. Now, something I want us to take note of, okay, BOC, you agree that this is also BOC?
Oh yeah.
You agree with that? That this angle here is also called angle BOC? Okay, so which angle BOC is this question actually asking for? Alright, so based on the question, okay, usually it's something that all of us must be aware of. Okay, whenever they say it like that, they always refer to the smaller one. Okay, if they want the larger one, okay, they will specify that this is called the reflex angle BOC. Okay. So they will always specify it if they want the reflex. Ethan? Okay, so this they will always call reflex angle BOC. Then when it is just naming like that, okay, it will be the smaller one. So what we want to find is actually this angle over here. Let me just use the color. Okay, how do you think we can find out the angle BOC? Okay, I just erase this. Okay, how do we find out what is this angle here? So let's call out the person. Asher. Xavier is asking. How do we find angle BOC? Which angle property do you think can be applied? numbers for you. 53 plus 90 degrees. Okay? Yeah, so you're gonna have to tell me the description. Okay, 53 plus 90, then you have a seat. Okay, and then we will get our 143, right? Okay, and that is your vertically opposite angles. Okay? Questions? Alright, yes, Yushin. Okay, alright. So there are different ways of actually writing angles itself, okay, or naming angles. So usually I'll write it in this manner. This is one way. Okay, usually I will write it like that. Okay, another way of writing is this with a cap on top. Okay, we call it a cap. Okay, yeah. So, but usually I don't write it this way. In fact, in exam we also usually don't write it this way. Right? Just that textbook they decided to do something different. Okay. Then part B. Okay, in the figure and AOB and COD are again straight lines. We want to calculate the value of A and of B. Okay, we find that A is found over here, B is found over here. Okay, how do you think we can go about finding out the value of A and B? Okay, so for someone, give us a starter, Trixie. I forgot that she's called Trixie. No, you need to stand also. Yeah. Okay, so Ishan will be the one answering. Okay. Any ideas? Sorry? I can't hear you. Brandon, can you? What was the question? How can we find the value of A and the value of B? Okay, let's start off with finding the value of A first. Any idea how we can start finding the value of A? Okay, let me try first. Okay, my hint to you, use vertically opposite angles. Okay? How can we use vertically opposite angles to find out what is A? Do you know what does vertically opposite angles mean? Two angles are equal, right? So can you tell me a pair of vertically opposite angles based on this diagram? Okay, for easier naming, okay, left, top, right, bottom. Okay, so which two angles are equal? Left, top, right, bottom. Huh? I cannot hear. Left and right, right? Okay, that is how our vertically opposite angles are applied, right? Thank you, have a seat. Okay, so we can say that 3A plus 40 is equals to A plus 60. That is due to your vertically opposite angles. Okay, let's not skip any steps whenever we present our answers. Okay, some of you may think very fast and then you do a lot of calculation, add here, minus there, okay, then you get answer. Alright, let's make it very clear that we apply vertically opposite angles and these two are equal, so we write it out. Okay, then I need to find out what is A, so I'm going to shift things. Okay, 3A will stay here, minus away A, followed by 60, minus away 40. Okay, so the subsequent steps itself don't need any reason because we're just writing out the first line itself already. So we get 2A equals to 20 and A equals to 10. Okay, so A equals to 10. Okay, any questions? Good. Alright, now I want to find B. Okay, how do you think we can find out what is the value of B? I already know what is A. So how can we find B? A key. Sure, you are literally sitting beside. Okay, yes. How do we find the value of B? what property are you going to use? Yeah. Okay, adjacent angles on the straight line. Great. How are you going to do that?
Use the equation
Use what? A plus 60.
equals to 10 plus 60. So that
Equals to 10 plus 60.
because I have to find
Oh,
out.
because this is 10.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do this in a very consistent manner. Okay, how we write it now. Okay, don't skip any step. Alright, so we know we are going to apply adjacent angles on the straight line if you're right. Okay, so A plus 60, okay, plus this angle is going to give us 180. So we write an equation. Right, just now you said that this is an equation. This is not an equation, it's an expression. Okay, so A plus 60 plus 4B plus 10, it lies on a straight line, it will add up to 180. So we apply that first, okay, before we jump into all the calculation and all that. And this is adjacent angles on a straight line. Okay, then we know that A is 10, so we replace A by 10. Okay, and we get this. Right? Then we can go and calculate 6 plus 10 plus, 6 plus 1 plus 1, that's 8. So we will get 4B plus 80 equals to 180. Okay, then we have 4B equals to 180 minus 80, and that gives us 100. So 4B equals to 100 and B equals to 25. Okay. Right, questions? Okay, is this the only way of solving? Find you. There's another way also, right? Okay, we recognize that it is not just these two angles that are on a straight line. These two angles are also on a straight line as well. Okay, so you can also form a similar equation. Instead of using A plus 60, you can use 3A plus 40. That's fine as well. Okay, so 3A plus 40 plus 4B plus 10, they add up to become 180 degrees. Okay. Alright, shall we move on? Okay. Now let's take a look at question 11. Okay, this is in your textbook exercise 10A. Okay, this is textbook page 84. Okay, I want to use this question to teach us how to present our answers. So the question did not give us any numbers at all. Right, so that's one thing about this question. Okay, it says that DOP is a straight line, and then VOC is twice of angle AOB. So AOB is this one, and VOC is twice of it. Okay, so because the question did not give us any number, can you anyhow put a number inside? Cannot, okay, then what can we do? What can we do? Since we cannot anyhow put a number, what can we do? Can we use some algebra, right? Okay. So because AOB is one unit, okay, I will let it be x, right? And then for angle BOC being 2 times twice of angle AOB, it will be 2x. Okay. And then it continues to say COD is 4 times that of angle AOB, so that means this itself is 4x. And finally, DOA is 5x because the question says 5 times. Okay? Right? So we need to define it, don't just draw inside your diagram. We let angle AOB equals x. Okay, we write it all out. Okay, so now that we have things to use already, okay, our x, 4x, and 5x, okay, what can we say about all of this? What can we say about all of this? plus 4x plus 5x equals to 360. Okay? Note that when you form an equation, you don't have to actually put in any units at all. Okay? So you can leave it without any units. Right? Because I notice in your work sometimes you put a lot of units and then it gets very messy and confusing. Okay? So in this case, when we add it up, you will be able to get 10, 12x equals to 360, and therefore x equals to 360 divided by 12, and that will give us 30. Now is that all for this answer? For this question? No, right? Because what does the question want? They want all the 4 angles. Okay? So we need to end off by stating what are all the 4 angles. Okay, therefore angle AOB equals to 30 degrees. Angle BOC will be 2 times 30, so 60 degrees. Okay, and angle AOD will be 150 degrees. Okay. Questions? Right? So in these two examples that we have covered since the last section, the last lesson itself, we have been making use of the first 3 properties, so adjacent angles, angles at a point, vertically opposite angles. Okay. Next, we're going to move on into how we can apply these 3 angles that are related to parallel lines. Okay. But before that, I just want you to take note of homework. Okay. Exercise 10A is noted down. Okay, I hope that I can finish up 10.2 by today as well. Okay, sorry, wait, 10.3. Okay, so therefore, later I'll also give you SSME homework. Okay, the due date for this homework shall be after your WA3, so not to worry. Okay, let's have it set at Wednesday. Our WA3 is on Tuesday, right?哦，三错还是这样。Okay. Alright, now let's move on. Okay, let's look at chapter 10.3, your textbook, page 89. Okay, let's look at question 1. Okay, question 1, we want to find the values of x, y, and z. Okay, so let's find out what is x first. X is simple. Okay, so could someone tell me what is x going to be? And someone shall be, not this person, because it's not here. Z. Very fast. Yes, Z. 74 degrees, and the reason is because corresponding angles parallel lines. Great. Okay, now let's find out what is y. Okay, what will y actually be? Say here. GC? Really? Okay, by popular demand, GC you shall 1. Yeah. Okay, so you see, how do we find y? Maybe you want to find something else first. You let me know what is something else you want to find. I've given you one example of this before, right? Okay? The C shape. C, what C? Z shape. Oh, Z shape, okay, Z shape, okay. I'm sorry, cannot quite distinguish the C and the C. Okay? What is Z shape then? So you want to find this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me call this angle A.
Then you take 180 minus angles
Okay.
straight line.
So in 8 degrees is equals to
180 minus 50.
okay, and that's 100, and the reason is because adjacent angles on a straight line.
Then that you can find y.
Okay, and then we can find y, and that is equals to 100 because the reason is called Z shape.
Okay, after that.
Huh? Alternate angles. Yes. Okay. Alternate angles, parallel lines. Must have the parallel lines. Right? Thank you. Okay. So, alright, but is this the only way of solving?
No.
Okay. What other ways do you have? Maybe Asha, you want to try?
Yeah, I know that
Beside the
the 80.
beside the 80. Oh, you want to find this one? Okay, so maybe let's call this D.
So, that, one,
Uh-huh. Okay, so same reason. Alright, and then number 5, corresponding angles. Okay, or parallel lines is then being used. Okay, yes. Can do interior angles also. Alright, great. How can we do that? Okay, the vertically opposite angle 80, so maybe let's call it C degrees. Okay, great. So we can see that C degrees is vertically opposite angles. Okay, and then Y degrees will be 180 minus 80, which is also 100. Okay, due to your interior angles parallel lines. So there are many ways that we can go about doing that. Okay, solving the question. Try, and then let's see, it belongs to this side. Okay, questions? Right? So it really doesn't matter which set of working that is it that you prefer. Okay, whatever that you have decided on, you must just make sure that you actually label it properly and indicate, okay, clearly what is it that you're finding, okay, what is the angle, right, and then the reasons as well. Okay. Right, and then the final one, okay, since now we have found out what is y already, okay, z degrees, what would that be equals to? Let's see, Lucas here. How? What's the slowest one? They're all very equally fast. Okay. Since I call your name Lucas, then you can be one. Okay? Yeah. You must be gentlemanly. Cannot everything point over to rows, right? Okay. So yes, z degrees equals to 80. How? Why? Corresponding angles. Okay. It is corresponding angle to what? To which angle here? C degrees. Okay. So provided that you found C degrees, okay, you can say corresponding angles to find out what is Z degrees. Okay. But assuming that you didn't find C, let's say you didn't do this set of working. Okay. Since I already got Y, right, I can just directly apply adjacent angles on a straight line. Right? Okay. So regardless of what working that you have done, okay, one very foolproof one for Z degrees this will be 180 minus away y degrees, okay, which is 100, and you'll be able to get the answer. Okay, so long as it's not wrong, right? It's just depending on what is the previous working, okay, that you have done, right? Questions? Yeah. Now let's look at question 2. Okay, we want to find out what is the value of h and k. Let's find out what is h first. Okay, how can we find out what is the value of h? Let's call someone. Kyra. It's go slower or very easy to tell. Yeah, Zach, yes, you are the one. How do we find h? Okay, we give you a hint now. This one is parallel line. Okay, and this is the transversal. Can you see something where you can apply one of the properties? Might have to tilt your head a bit. How? Can someone give that a hint? What property should we use? Okay, let's say corresponding angles. How can we apply corresponding angles? Angle BAC. Alright, wait, okay. Identify the correct pair of corresponding angles. Okay, well, stating this is helpful. Okay, but you can also jump straight to tell me that angle BAC is equals to 2h plus 30, right? Equals to 69. Okay, and this will be equals to using your corresponding angles parallel line property. Okay. Right, then we proceed to actually solve it. So this is about solving equation now. So 2h is equals to 69 minus 30. That will give us 39. And h will then be equal to 39 divided by 2. And that will give us 90.5, right? Okay. Yeah, at a point B. Right? Now we need to find out what is the value of k. So k is actually over here. Right? How do you think we can find the value of k? Let's pick a person. Joel. Lucas, I lost it. Yeah. Lucas, in this class there are 2 Lucas, but only 1 Joel. Okay? Yes. So Lucas, yeah. Is he still lost? Yeah. You okay? Yeah. Can we find the value of k? K is over here. I hope everyone else is also thinking rather than waiting. How to find A? Corresponding angles correspond to what? 2h, very good. Okay, so I hope that we can see this pair of parallel lines. There is this transversal over here. So K and 2h are actually at the corresponding corner. So K equals to 2h. And 2h we have already found earlier on is 39. Okay, so that's how we get the answer, and the reason is corresponding angles parallel lines. Okay, now a presentation method that I just want us to take note of. Okay, notice that I don't have any units over here, right? So because the question asks for value of k, so the value of k itself is just 39. If you want to put in the units, then there should be units over here as well. Likewise, in this case, if there's units here, there should be units here. Okay? So most of the time, you don't really have to worry about units when it comes to your standard maths, okay? Your E-maths at this lower set level, because in the answer plan, usually the units are already provided. Okay? So don't have to worry that much about it. Alright? Questions? Yeah? Let's move on to practice now 5. That's on your textbook, in the textbook page 19. Okay, so in question 1, I'm not sure whether have you done such things in primary school before. Okay, just by right, this skill you would have done in primary school lah. Okay, but hearing that you all say you never learn, then never mind. Okay, question 1, we want to find out what is reflex angle BDF. So this is the case whereby, okay, they want the reflex one, so BDF, we aim for the bigger one. In fact, in this question, they very nicely indicated it for you already. Okay, but we shall not assume that every time they will indicate for us. Okay, I want to find out what is this angle here. Alright, a skill that we need to learn is to know how to add in another line. And this line cannot be any random line. Okay, it must be strategically placed in. So what kind of line should we put in?
A parallel line.
A parallel line, right? Very good. Okay, so we put in a parallel line over here. Okay, so that we can apply one of these properties. Okay, and because the question also has a pair of parallel lines. Okay, so we can divide the angle that we're trying to find into 2 parts. Okay, one would be this one over here, and the other one would be the one at the bottom. Okay, if I can identify the blue angle and the red angle, I will then be able to add them up to find out what is reflex angle BDF. Okay, let's go about finding out the blue angle first. Okay, in order to facilitate our presentation, we shall name this line. I will call it XY because the letters X and Y have not yet been used. Okay, you want to use HI, HJ also can. Okay, whatever letter, as long as not A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yes. Right? So I want us to find out what is angle BDY. Okay, which is the blue one. Okay, the blue one up. Right, what would it be equals to? Let's draw someone. KD. He's still lost. Okay, can you tell me what is angle BDY equals to? Sorry? 155.5, right? And what is the property that you're applying? Sorry? Alternate angles, parallel lines, okay? Thank you. Alright, so that is how we find out what is the blue angle. Okay, next, I need to find out what is the size of the red angle. Okay, so for the red angle over here, how do you think we can go about solving it? We will call it FDY. Okay, what will that value be equals to? Let's call a name. Z. I think Z is yes. Z, can you tell me what is angle FDY? Okay, 126.7, and the reason is because alternate angles, parallel lines. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so we have also found out what is the red angle already. Now we can find out what is reflex angle BDF. So in our presentation, you must also write in the word reflex. Okay, and then we will now add up the 2 angles. There are no reasons required angles. It's just a simple arithmetic of adding things together. Okay, and therefore we will be getting the answer 282.2 degrees. Right? Shane, okay? Sounds like you're just nodding also. Just nodding. I'll be waiting. Then you lost? Okay. Don't answer you say, Alright? Let's try. Yes. Yes, go. Okay. So don't go back to me. Then what happened with me? Just right there. Only transfer that. Okay, question 2. I want to find out what is 8 degrees. Okay, so again we will include parallel line. Okay, if I do the same thing as what I did question 1, which is to draw a parallel line over here. Okay, is this helpful enough?
No.
No, right? Because drawing this parallel line will help us to know what is this value. Okay, because it's going to be 52 degrees due to your alternate angles parallel lines. But I do not know the other side. Okay, so we need to add another one, right? Okay, so I add another one over here. Okay, so I need to add 2 parallel lines, right, to the diagram. Okay, so again, for helping us to present neatly, I will call it maybe PQRS. Okay, you want to call it WXYZ also can. Okay, you want to use some initials also can. I don't know. Alright, so long as it is consistent. Okay? So in this case, since I already know what is this one here, I'll just write it down first. RDE equals to 52 degrees due to alternate angles, parallel lines. Okay? My next goal is to find out what is this angle here. Okay? And to find out what is this blue angle here, it will require some steps. Right? Because if I want to apply my alternate angles parallel line, this blue angle is the same as this blue angle. But I don't know what is this value here. Okay? So I need to figure out what is this value by making use of the 96 degrees that I'm given. I can only find out what is this blue angle if I get 96 degrees minus away this red angle over here. And this red angle, based on your alternate angles parallel line, is equals to 40. Okay? So I hope that you can follow how I'm planning, okay, my answer, okay, before I write down anything. Right? So I was actually working backwards. Right? So now I go ahead to present my answer. So this value over here, which is BCQ, that is equals to 40 degrees due to alternate angles parallel lines. Okay, and then I can find out what is QCD. By the way, this is C over here. Okay, which is 96 degrees minus 40 degrees. And that gives us 56 degrees. Okay. Then now I can say that angle CDR equals to 56 degrees due to your alternate angles. Okay, so we have found that this is 56 already and this was 52. So therefore your A degrees equals to 52 plus 56. That gives us 108 degrees. Okay? A lot of steps involved over here. Okay? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, set just return. And you just shower. Okay. Please copy it down. Okay. is practice now 6. Okay, so while we wait for Zach to copy this, okay, or anybody else copying, yes, me. Okay, can you make a quick list? Okay, we just give textbook page 90, practice now 6 a read first. Okay, before I go through it. Okay, or if you have any questions here, you can raise it up now also. So that you can follow. Question 2 is this one. Okay. Moving on, practice now 6. Hope you have a chance to read it. Okay. Alright, so let's start by reading the question first. The question says that the lines AB and CD are cut by the two transversals over here. They tell you that this is 122, this is 122. Here this is 65 over here. They want you to find out what is angle BXS. Okay, and BXS is here. Okay. So how do we find out what is angle BXS? Just now Ernst was saying that the question did not tell us that the lines are parallel. Okay. So even if it looks like it is parallel, okay, you cannot anyhow claim that it is parallel. Right? Sometimes maybe the diagram, you go and try to use your ruler and compare, and it really looks parallel to you, you also cannot do that. Okay? You must make use of the information that has been given to you to prove that it is parallel. Okay? So sometimes you will be asked to explain why are these two lines parallel. Okay? So why do you think the two lines are going to be parallel? I mean AB and CD. Okay? Because we see that down here and down here, there are corresponding angles, they are equal, right? Okay, so because they fulfill this property, okay, therefore we can conclude that AB and CD are parallel lines. Okay, so since angle BWQ and angle DYQ are 120 degrees, they fulfill, they satisfy the corresponding angles parallel lines property. Therefore, AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so you must actually write down this statement before you can proceed with finding out what is angle BXS. Okay, so now that we know AB and CD are parallel already, okay, I think we're just one step away to finding out what is angle BXS. So what is angle BXS going to be? What do you think it will be? 65, right? Okay, I hope that we are all saying that it's 65 degrees. And that's because of the alternate angles, parallel lines. Okay? Questions? Yes. Go. Okay, for exercise 10B homework, just 3 questions, 7, 8 and 13. Okay, you may all do it on a continuous loose sketch. Okay, just make sure you have the header.